Hey guys, welcome back to Wonder Dads Gaming. Good to have you all back out here. A little bit rusty. It's been a while since we've been recording or broadcasted a race, so we're gonna kind of run behind here, setting things up. Well, we're back. It's 2025. This is the Fun League NASCAR season. Tonight is the duels, and we're getting ready for these guys to join on the grid. Qualifying just got underway, so it's about wrapping up, and it looks like cars are starting to get on track here in just a moment for the start of the first duel race. So we'll go over that in just a moment. So bear with me. It's been a while since we started, but I'm just going to do one thing real quick and share the stream. But thank you so much for tuning back in here on Wonder Dads Gaming, and it's good to be back. And I hope you guys are excited. Good car turnout tonight. So looks like qualifying just finally got wrapped up. Looks like Travis McGurd and Elliott Swope qualified P1 and P2. So those guys who qualified tonight, those first two positions, I believe, are starting first and second for the Daytona 500 next Thursday. The rest of the field is going to be racing for the rows P2 on back or P3 on back throughout the rest of the field. So stay tuned. I'll be right back, and then we'll share the stream, and we'll be back for duel number one. Alrighty, guys, we're almost ready to go live racing. Just bear with us. Zachary Ward messed up the starting grid. The duels weren't set up correctly, so we had to restart everything. So just bear with us. We'll get ready here in just a moment. I'm going to go back to the pending screen for just a second. I'm going to get my notes together, and then we'll go through the starting lineup. So just bear with us a little bit longer, and then we'll get you to some racing. Thank you. Okay. Alrighty, guys, sorry for the delay. Technical difficulties. Green flag in the air for the first time. We're running a little bit behind tonight. That is Coop Reed in the number 20 car, who is actually number 14 on track. He's going to start P1. Discord and my SDK right now is not wanting to cooperate for some reason. So my driver details are not wanting to show up, and also the live leaderboard is not showing up. Ever since that first session that Zachary Ward posted happened, everything got kind of jumbled up and messed up. So bear with me. Technical difficulties, but right now this is duel number 1. The leader, Coop Reed, is actually blinking a little bit here. But that Caleb Clenard in the 196, though, he takes the lead in that Maxxis car on the inside. He's in that Chevy Camaro. Look at Corey Goodall, though, on the high side. He's going to try and take that high side away, and he's going to go to the point here. And bear with me, the SDK and everything's kind of loading up here as we go. Hopefully you'll, let me get the volume adjusted. There we go. Hopefully you'll see the live leaderboard here momentarily. I got to get everything situated, so bear with me. I'm still working on the volume, guys. I apologize. Right now, Corey Goodall in the 333, though. He's leading duel number 1. There we go. There is the volume. I apologize for the delay. We're watching that number 8 car of the Home Depot. That is Max Tronin. Got a little wiggly there in the middle of the pack on the high side. Like I said, bear with me if you're just joining in. I appreciate it. Things got a little bit messed up in duel number, or the first session that we created. So right now, I'm waiting for SDK to cooperate, and my live leaderboard is not working. It looks like Max Tronin up there on the high side in the wall that time. Right now, your leader is Caleb Clenard in that number 196 Chevy Camaro, followed by Cooper Reed in P2. Eric Olson in the 64 car, he is P3. Keep an eye on Eric. He's won the All-Star race at Talladega last year. He's a guy you definitely want to watch at these super speedway tracks. But right now, everybody's kind of keeping it clean in duel number 1. That car all the way up on the high side, all by himself. Oh, and Corey Goodall just grazes the bumper of that Home Depot car. Trying to figure out who that is. And it looks like Marshall Dugan is in that Home Depot car. Yep, that is Marshall Dugan, the number 20 Home Depot car. Tom Land out there tonight in the red number 91. Good to have you out there with us, Tom. Marshall Dugan goes all the way up to the high side, drops the tail end of duel number 1. And Caleb Clenard still out front, still leading this thing. We are 5 laps in. I apologize for the live leaderboard not cooperating here tonight. I think it should get loaded in here momentarily, hopefully for duel number 2. Usually this happens when I don't use SDK for quite some time and I jump back in. Everything doesn't want to work the way I want it to. So the first time back in, everything's got to load up a certain way. And we also had technical difficulties with the first session, so bear with us. But right now we're watching duel number 1, lap number 5 of 10. We're running 2 10-lap duels. And Caleb Clenard is your current leader of duel number 1 in the 196 car. Joe Tardif up on the high side, the number 23. He's trying to get that high side working, and that's Kane Vandemark in the number 4 car. Kane Vandemark was last year's pole sitter for the Daytona 500. He's pretty good at these super speedways, so keep your eye on the number 4, Bass Pro Shops. Cars are kind of all jumbled up here in the middle. Oh, and the high side, looks like Caleb goes all up there to block the high run. Oh, and there's wrecking right there down the back into turn number 3. Caution is out. Caleb, oh, Corey Goodall slams the wall. Turn number 4. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull up this caution, if it'll even show us. All right, so Kane Vandemark involved, Marshall Dugan involved, lots of damage on some of these cars. We're going to have to bring it down pit road. Corey Goodall slammed in the wall. Look at that car. Heavy damage to the front of his. Let's go ahead and take another look. Alrighty, there you have it. Couple cars all involved in that wreck here in duel number 1. Your leader is still Caleb Clenard. Wish that my live leaderboard would cooperate with us. I'm not sure why it's giving us issues here tonight. Trying a couple different things to see if I can get it to work here. Still says 10 laps to go. This is duel number 1. We're on lap number 6. So just only a couple more laps to go. Caution laps are not counting here tonight. So 4 more laps to go here. Looks like Corey Goodall is on pit road along with Marshall Dugan. Heavy damage to some of these cars. Looks like Joe Tardif in the 23 car, even he has some damage in that 23 Toyota Camry. Marty Calvert, he's on pit road. He had heavy damage in that number 16 Camaro. You can see that car on pit road right now smoking. Alrighty, so yeah, bear with us, guys. I believe SDK should get loaded up here for duel number 2. So just bear with us here tonight. I want to thank you all for tuning in here on Wonder Dads Gaming. Right now we're under caution for the first time here in duel number 1. We have 4 more laps to go. This did happen last year for the duels, believe it or not. And like I said, I don't know if it's because I haven't used SDK in a while and it just takes a while to load, or the fact that we had the whole session switch here at the beginning of this race. Right now we'll run through the field. Caleb Clenard, a new iRacing Fun League member. He's in that 196 car. He is currently leading. Coop Reed is in P2. And then followed by Coop Reed is Eric Olson in the 64. After Eric Olson in P4 is Jeffrey Belk in the number 55. Joe Tardif, who is a returning iRacing Fun League member, he also is out there in the number 23 car, number 5th place position. He is in the high side right there. Made contact with the wall. Barely got through that wreck there. Tom Land, the red number 91, he's out there in the 6th place position. Max Troen is out there in number 8. He is currently in 7th. Michael Whiting, good to have you out there, Mike. Good to see you back on track with us in the 144. He is currently in P number 8. And then P9, Kane Vandemark returns. He is last year's pole winner for the Daytona 500. He is out there right now in P9 for duel number 1. Marshall Dugan, who we just saw in that wreck moments ago. He's out there in the Home Depot car. And he is currently in the 10th place position for duel number 1. Corey Goodall, who also had heavy damage and got his car down pit road to use that fast repair. He's going to round out the tail end here at P11. Now let's see if Marty is going to make it back out on track here tonight. It looks like he was back on pit road. He might have pulled off the track. Looks like Marty might join us. He's using a fast repair, or he is getting things fixed. Not quite sure what's going on with Marty's car, but we'll see if he'll join us here momentarily. It does say 11 laps to go. Ignore that. SDK did not load for me tonight. It's not wanting to cooperate. We'll get all these bugs worked out for the Daytona 500 next Thursday. Right now we're watching duel number 1. And we're getting ready to go green flag racing here once again. Lights are off the pace car. Right on board with the leader of Caleb Clenard in the 196. Looking back at the rest of the field as we get ready to go green flag racing once again. Jeffrey Belk in that 55 car right behind him. Alrighty, pace car's getting ready to pull off the track. We're going to go green flag racing. 2 by 2, they stack up. We're going to have 4 laps to go. There you go, pace car has pulled off the track.
Ready, green flag.
And green flag is in the air. 4 laps to go in duel number 1. And Caleb Kennard is going to lead them down into turn 1 with Cooper Reed right there on the bottom side. Jeffrey Belk making that high side work, and number 55, Tom Land's right behind him, giving him the nudge. He's going to lead this race and step out in front. There you have it. Up on the high side, Mike Whiting also giving the red number 91 a push out front. And Jeffrey Belk off to a big lead out in front. That high side really worked together. I'm not quite sure what happened here to the rest of the field, but Corey Goodall is way off pace. And Eric Olson as well. Joe Tardif is also way back there as well. Not quite sure what happened with that. Let's take a look. Here's the replay. And it looks like no caution, but there was some cars involved. Eric Olson, Corey Goodall, and Joe Tardif all involved in that. And the rest of the field is going to stay green flag racing. So we're going to go back to the front here and ignore SDK. It's not cooperating with me right now. I might try and reload this. I might try and reload SDK and see what happens. Right now, Jeffrey Belk in the high side in the 55 car. He's leading this race. Tom Land right behind him in the red 91 with Mike Whiting behind him in the 144 car. And Max Tronin right there in the Home Depot Camry in number 8. He is P4. And Tom Land drops down on the bottom side. He's going to take the bottom with Mike Whiting and Max Tronin on the inside. These guys are going to work together. And Tom Land's going to lead this race. There you have it. Tom Land leading a lap here in duel number 1. Looks like we've got 2 more laps to go. Tom Land trying to block the high side and the low side at the same time, trying to figure out where he wants to go. Jeffrey Belk's going to get on by. Oh, and car up in the wall. Looks like Marshall Dugan slams the wall. And these 3 cars are going to pull away from the rest of the field. They got a big gap here between 3rd and 4th place on track. Jeffrey Belk is coming to take the white flag. Alrighty, white flag in the air one more time around this track for duel number 1. And Jeffrey Belk is on the inside. And look at the high side. It's Caleb Kennard coming back up there to take the lead once again. But Tom Land's going to stick right to his bumper. It's not over yet. Anything can happen. Oh, and Mike Whiting gets turned with Kane Vandemark in the wall, and it's going to be Caleb Kennard and Tom Land with Jeffrey Belk still going for the race win here in duel number 1. Bunch of cars all turned off into turn 3 and hit the wall, wrecking, and Caleb Kennard is going to get duel number 1 win here tonight with Tom Land coming home P2. What a finish to duel number 1. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out what's wrong with SDK and see if we can try and get loaded. So bear with me, guys. We'll be right back. Elliott Swope, believe it or not, he has actually won this duel race here last year. He won one of the duels, and we'll be watching him as this duel goes on. We'll see if he can go back-to-back winning these duels here tonight. And behind Elliott is Brandon Fiedler. That is last year's champion of the series. He's back out there in the 39 Toyota Camry. Keep your eye on Brandon. He is Mr. Consistency, always finishing inside the top 5. That dude knows how to get it done. He's also really good at these super speedways, because last year he also came runner-up in the August Daytona race, and then even at Talladega he finished P3. So keep your eye on the number 39 car. He is very consistent. He knows how to get it done. Back behind him is Zachary Ward, who put on this series for us. Zach changed his number to number 5 this year from number 9. Keep your eye on Zach. And then behind him is Ashley Ellison Jr. in the 133 car. Ashley ran with us last season. Good to have you back out there. Right behind Ashley is Craig Jr. in the number 94. He is currently in P5. And then behind Craig is a new iRacing member, Philip Beaver, in the number 60. He's out there in that Chevy Camaro, number 60. Keep your eye on him. Jeff Laraway returns. Good to have you back out there with us, Jeff. He is out there in the number 71 Ford Mustang. He is currently in P number 7. And duel number 2, he has moved up 16 spots from where he started this duel. Wes Gallows out there in P number 8. He's in the 07 car. And then back behind Wes is Travis McGurd. He is in the number 15 Ford Mustang. Travis, good to have you out there with us as well. He is also a new iRacing member. Like I said, this is duel number 2. iRacing and SDK has finally cooperated. I have the leaderboard up there, and it looks like everything has loaded and worked as it should. So right now you have 6 laps to go in duel number 2. I just have to make a couple tweaks before we go to the Daytona 500 next Thursday. I'll have to get that image loaded back up there in the scoring pylon. But so far, so good. Everything's kind of working out. John Ziedrich is out there with us. Good to have you back out there. We're going to go ahead and show you on back. Mark Ward also out there with us as well. Mark Ward is in that number 10 Chevrolet Camaro. Back behind Mark Ward, John Ziedrich in the number 95. And also Brian Swope. He's out there with us as well in the number 69. Good to have you guys out there in the iRacing Fun League, guys. Alrighty, back to the lead. It is Elliott Swope who is leading duel number 2. And he has Brandon Fiedler all over his back bumper. Zachary Ward also third back in line. Keep your eye on those cars. These guys know how to get it done. These guys have all won here last season. And it'll be interesting to see if one of these 3 cars can get it done, or are we going to have a new member win here tonight. Right now we have a new iRacing Fun League member who won duel number 1. That was Caleb. Caleb won duel number 1 earlier moments ago. If you guys missed it, I apologize for all the inconvenience with the broadcast. Everything was not loading. But right now, this is duel number 2, 4 laps to go. We're watching Craig Ridge Jr. in the number 94 car. He's on the bottom of that number 15 of Travis McGard. Travis looking to the high side, trying to find somebody to go with him to draft with. Nobody's going to go up there. Let's see if Ashley's going to go up, and he does. These 2 cars on the high side need to work together. I'm going to go ahead and pull Joe Tardif up here. Hey, Joe, good to have you with us. You ready to broadcast a little bit?
Yes, sir. Yeah, let's switch over here.
I just remembered you said you wanted to hop in here. 3 laps to go. Hopefully it's not too late.
Nope. I'm going to jump in from chopper. That'll be the easiest.
Alrighty, looks like my scoring finally got loaded in, so everything's working as it should. And it looks like the 15 car up in the wall.
Oh, hold on. Behind you. It's caught up. Hold on. There it goes. Caught up now.
Yep, we're watching the 15 of Travis. He got up into the wall there moments ago.
Yeah, looks these guys are still single file. Nobody's willing to jump out just yet.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see. Elliott Swope here won this duel race here last year, and then Brandon and Zach also won races here, so it's anyone's game right now in that top 3 cars.
Yeah, and Zach Ward, I just overheard, he's looking to jump out here this lap or the next lap.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, he's got see who wants to go with them. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the 94 and 71, are they teammates? I'm still learning the teammates we have right now, so...
Yep, that's Craig Bridge Jr. and Jeff Lairway. Those guys are teammates. So there goes Zach up on the high side.
Yep, there he goes. There he goes, the block. Here comes Wes. Wes has got momentum with the 60 behind him.
Yep, let's see if they're going to make this work.
Coming white flag. It's got the momentum. Is the 33 going to block? No,
all right.
it.
White flag in the air. Elliott Swope, Zachary Ward, side by side.
There you go.
Let's see if West has enough to push him out there towards the lead. They're off to a big jump there on the high side. They're going to get down low and take the lead.
Who's the 60?
The 60 is a new iRacing Fun League. That's Philip Beaver.
Oh, so we have no idea where he's going to go. Where's his Legion's going to be here?
Right. I think he might be in here with Travis, but Travis is now on pit road. He's out of the duel. But yeah, last lap, he's now up to P3. He came from the back.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, there he's going with nobody.
He's going for the high side. Oh, at the line. Here we go. Checkered flag in the air.
Come on, duck it under, duck it under.
And Zachary Ward takes duel number 2.
Yes, sir.
Philip Beaver comes home P2. Wes Gallo P3.
That was definitely a quieter version of mine.
Yeah, that definitely was a lot quieter. Man, that was some good drafting there on the high side.
Yeah, great run there.
Oh, definitely. Man, that was pretty exciting. All right, you going to hop back in there and race this one?
Yeah, why not?
All righty, man.
Yeah, if you want to call me in and out, I'm all for it.
All righty. Hey, if you wreck and you want to jump in, let me know.
All right, let me know.
All right, sounds good. Good luck out there.
Good luck.
All righty, guys, there you have it. Looks like Zachary Ward and Caleb Kennard take home Duel 1 and Duel 2 wins. We're getting ready for the Bud shootout here momentarily, so just bear with us. Let's go ahead and pull up. I don't believe I have Caleb here in our Discord chat. I would interview him. But let's go ahead and pull up Zachary Ward. Hey, Zach, congratulations on Duel number 2 win, man. You made that pretty exciting out there. How'd that feel coming to the checkered flag there in the last lap?
Thank you. Yeah, I normally end up either in the wall or upside down at the super speedway. So
I was gonna say, I looked at your track record here. In the last couple races we went to Daytona and Talladega, you didn't really finish very well.
No, yeah, I've never won on a super speedway. So
you've never won a super speedway?
Nope, never won on a super speedway. I've won a mile and a half, road courses, short track, never a super speedway.
Well, you got Duel number 2 win, so congratulations. But yeah, looking at your previous super speedway history here, it looks like you finished outside of the top 10 each time.
Yeah, it's been pretty rough. I feel like me and Cam's done a pretty good job in the last couple races. Just don't have the results to show for it. So we're gonna try to change that next week.
Alrighty, hey, yeah, that's what it takes. Good luck out there tonight in the Bud shootout. We'll be rooting for you, and let's put on a show. That was exciting.
Thank you.
Alrighty, good luck, Zach.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Zachary Ward gets Duel number 2 win. Put on a heck of a show there on the high side. He dropped to the, if you watched it moments ago, he pulled out to the high side, and Wes Gallo and Philip Beaver went with him. That was pretty exciting. All right, we're going to get ready to go for 45 laps here at Daytona. Caleb Kennard, he won Duel number 1. Now the SDK is loading, I can show everybody off with their information. I don't have Caleb here in the Discord chat, otherwise I'd pull him up and interview him here. But congratulations, Caleb. New iRacing Fun League member and gets Duel number 1 win. So here we go. Lights are off the pace car. We're getting ready to go green for 45 laps. This is a completely fun race. No points are on the line. Just a 45 lap shootout here at Daytona. We're going to take the Duel 1 and Duel 2 finishing positions, and that's going to set up the lineup for the Daytona 500 next Thursday. Alrighty, but pace car has pulled off. And we are getting ready to go. Green flag racing. Green flag in the air. The 196 and 5 are going to lead the field to green. down into turn number 1. Tom Land, who had a great finish to duel number 1, he's going to start second back on the inside row in that red number 91 Ford Mustang. Alrighty, we're watching the cars on the high side. That's Wes Gallo and Brandon Fiedler up on the high side, trying to get to the back bumper of Philip Bieber. Making that high side work. That 60 is kind of all over the place, though. Needs to get squared away with the 5 car out in front. There you have it. And caution is out.
Throughout the course of that last run, did you see any rubber laying down at all?
Let's go ahead and take a look. There it is, Corey Goodall and Mike Whiting. Let's take one more look at that. Yeah, looks like Mike Whiting and Corey Goodall made a little bit of contact there. Corey got sent around. Corey won the Daytona 500 last year in the Truck Series. He's had a lot of good luck here at these super speedways lately. It's a good thing this race is just for fun. Otherwise, it's not the start of the season he wanted here. Next Thursday, everything matters. This is purely just for fun, but Corey Goodall definitely has some luck here at the super speedways. Let's go ahead and take a look at his fit qualifying. I'm sorry, I can't talk here tonight. A little bit rusty. Corey Goodall, though, he has finished P1 here in the Daytona 500 last year. And then in the August race at Daytona, he was top 10, finished 10th place out of 21. And then also had P8 at Talladega. Looks like he's going to bring it down pit road with Mike Whiting in a couple cars. Also the 16 of Marty Calvert, he's going to head down pit road as well. Alrighty, the rest of the field looks like they're going to stay out. Zachary Ward still leads the field. We're only 3 laps in of 45 tonight. All right, let's go ahead and pull up Elliott Swope here while we're under caution. Hey, Elliott, it's Dave. You got me?
Hi, David.
Hey, Elliott. Good to have you back out there tonight. Just want to give you a shout out. Man, duel number 2, you almost had that in the bag, and then I saw Zachary Ward pull up to the high side. Man, you almost went back to back. We know you won here last year in the duels. I believe you won duel number 2. But man, how'd that duel 2 go for you tonight?
It was all right. I was a sitting duck. I didn't have any teammates, so I was just waiting for them to come past me, and then finally there they all went.
I was going to say, it usually all changes there on the last lap. As long as you got somebody working with you, you usually get up there toward the front. But yeah, Zachary Ward couldn't have timed that any better.
No, he did a great job, and like I said, I knew I was just a sitting duck the whole race, really, just waiting for them to make their move. And when they did, there wasn't anything really I could do. Could have tried to block them, but nah.
Alrighty, Elliott. Thanks for talking with us, and good luck out there tonight. We'll be watching you.
Thanks, David.
Green flag.
Alrighty, green flag back in the air. And Philip Beaver is going to take them to the green on the inside row in the number 60 car. He shoots out way to the front. And that number 60. Wes Gallo right behind him with Caleb Kennard in 3rd place. Jeffrey Belk 4th on back. Zachary Ward, number 5 car, kind of fell back on the high side. Philip Beaver leading this race. Wes Gallo giving him the nudge out in front. Pretty good car turnout here tonight. Looks like we have 24 cars racing with us on track. It's a really good turnout for the duels. Everybody was so excited talking about this race in the week prior leading up to this event, and everybody was looking forward to getting back on track and racing with everybody here tonight. But Philip Beavers putting on an impressive show here in his first race in the iRacing Fun League. He is down there on the inside, leading that inside row. But really impressed with Caleb Kennard there in the 196 car. He has done a really great job here tonight, getting back up to the lead, dropping back, and really making the high line work. Like I said earlier, he won duel number 1 here tonight, and he's doing a great job here on the high side with Zachary Ward right behind him pushing. Going to drop down to the inside row with Zachary Ward, and they're going to push each other to the front. And look at Brandon Freeman. Where did he come from? He's already backed up to 3rd place. That guy continues to impress me week after week. He is always up there in the top 3. He missed the opening race last year in the iRacing Fun League, but the August Daytona race, Brandon was the runner-up finisher. And then even at Talladega, he still finished top 3. So that guy knows how to get it done at every track. I haven't seen Brandon really struggle at one track. I know if you interview him, he'll tell you otherwise, and he'll tell you which tracks he struggles at. But man, he is a really good all-around driver, and he's going to jump to the high side. Look, he's going to try and get around Zachary Ward. He needs Wes Gallo to get right there to his bumper to give him the nudge. Didn't have that traveling partner he was looking for right away, but he's still side by side with Zachary Ward. Now Wes Gallo on his bumper. He's going to try and push him to the front. Watch that high side work as they get around the leader of Caleb Kennard. Look at these guys making it look easy on the high side. And Wes Gallo says, I want a piece of the action too. He's going to drop down to the inside, and he wants to take away this win. And he's going to lead the race there with Caleb right behind him. And this front pack is now pulling away from that second pack. They're now 2 by 2. Look at these guys work together. Let's go ahead and jump to that second pack back and take a look at that. There's Jeff Laraway and Craig Bridge up on the high side. These 2 guys need to get all formed up in a line and work together if they want to catch that front pack, but they are almost half a straightaway away from those front cars. And there you have Coop Reed, who is going to lead them. Ryan Swope right behind him in the 69 car. And Marshall Dugan kind of just hanging back there, playing it safe, doesn't want to get involved in anything too risky early on. We're only on lap number 9 of 45, so he's kind of just hanging out there at the tail end of the field. He had a really good finish here last year. We went to the last Daytona race of the year. Marshall almost had a win. He led 4 laps in the August Daytona race, and he finished top 5. Had a really impressive race there. We'll be keeping an eye on Marshall as he plays it safe here towards the back of the second pack on track. He's got Kane Vandemark right in front of him in the number 4 car. Kane's running a new number this year with Joe Tardif right in front of him. We also got Max Tronin out there in the number 8 car. Good to have you back out there with us, Max. Eric Olson in the 64 car. He's out there with Travis McGurd right in front of him. Travis McGard. Alrighty, look at Ashley leading the top lane here. These guys are trying to work together. They're doing a good job. They're staying 2 by 2. They're drafted. They need to just keep pushing each other and get back up there to lap number 1. If they could just try and stay at least a couple cars lined up. They could try and catch them, but that front pack, though, is really working together well. Zachary Ward back to the front. Now they're single file, and that's actually not going to help out that second pack. Them being single file is going to help these guys pull away from that second group. That's actually not what you want to see in that second group. You don't want to see the front guys working together to pull away. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. As you can see, that gap is just getting bigger and bigger the more that this front group works together. Man, Jeffrey Belt got really loose there in the 55 car. Had a little bit of a push from the 07. Alrighty, now you see them 2 by 2. The high lines working together once again. That's not what the, or that's actually going to help these guys out back in the group 2. If these guys just kind of spread apart and don't draft each other, that'll allow that second group to try and work together to catch back up. But right now, Jeffrey Belk is going to take over the lead. We were just watching him moments ago. He gets around Wes Gallo to the lead. He's going to lead a lap here. He'll lead lap number 12. But yeah, that second group kind of falling back. Lap after lap. They need something to work together here. Lots of cars kind of falling off back. That 69 car looks like he's kind of all over the track. That's Brian Swope. As you can see right there, he's got to get to the bumper of Ashley Ellison Jr. Try and give him the push to that front pack. Mark Ward there in the number 10. This is lap 13, coming to 14 this time by of 45 laps here. We had 24 cars on track. There's one car off. That is John Ziedrich. He mentioned to me moments ago, he said, sorry, I had no idea there was another race. So he actually backed out. It's okay, John. No worries. This is just purely fun. Look at Craig Bridge there on the inside. He's going to lead that row. Craig Bridge, 94. Oh, Marty Kelbert got around him in the front in the 16 car. And Joe Tart is out at the point of this second group. He's got Kane Vandemark up on the high side. That second group, the high side trying to form a line. Looks like there's a little bit of damage on Joe Tart's car. That nose looks like it's pushed in. Not sure how that's helping that car out aerodynamically. He might have a little struggle there. As you can see, Marty Calvert's all over his back bumper. Alrighty, let's jump back up here to the first group. Because Wes Gallo is leading the lap, and he's going to jump to the high side to block Zachary Ward, number 5. This is the leaders of the race in group number 1. These guys are split apart, Group 1 and Group 2, by 9.2 seconds. Joe Tart, if you see, is in 8th place on the left side of your screen. He is 9.2 back. We'll be watching that number to see if they can try and catch up to this front group. The front group just went single file once again. Zachary Ward all over the back bumper of the 07 of Wes Gallo. This is on board with Wes Gallo in the 07 car. He is the leader of the race, currently looking back at Zachary Ward and Elliott Swope. And caution is out. And it's Craig Bridge. Jeff Laraway Looks like Coop Reed also involved. Let's take another look. Lots of cars involved in that. Ashley Nelson Jr. involved as well. Looked like the 10 of Mark Ward and Craig Bridge involved in that. Alrighty, second caution of the night is out. Wes Gallo is your leader, followed by Zachary Ward, Elliott Swope. And then we have new iRacing Fun League member Caleb Kennard. He is P4. Brandon Fiedler is P5. Jeffrey Belk is in P6. Alrighty, just taking a look here at my messages, seeing if anybody wanted to join here in the broadcast. Anybody that wrecks out, usually you're more than welcome to come and join me in the booth. Just give me a message here on iRacing and let me know. Looking to see what Joe Tardif sent. Every car is going to come down pit road, followed by Wes Gallo, or following Wes Gallo in the lead. There you go. So it looks like Joe Tardif took a screenshot of the qualifying cars for the Daytona 500. So qualifying for the duels tonight is going to be what sets up the Daytona 500 first and second spot. So it looks like Travis McGard, he qualified P1 tonight. He's in that number 15 car. So congratulations to Travis. He's going to be starting P1 in the Daytona 500. We'll see if I can pull him up. There you have it, Travis. He qualified P1 in that first iRacing session that we got messed up here tonight. We're going to honor that, and he'll be starting P1 for the Daytona 500 next Thursday night. And then Elliott Swope qualified P2. So let's go ahead and pull up Travis, congratulate him. Hey Travis, it's David up here in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Hey Travis, I just want to pull you up while runner caution, just say congratulations. I know everything got a little messy there in the first session and Zachary had to reset it, but you qualified P1. That means you're starting first place in the Daytona 500 next Thursday. Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm shocked because I'm really not good at qualifying on these plate tracks, so
hey,
I surprised myself.
You're telling me I'm terrible at qualifying too, but every once in a while you just get lucky and you get out there in front.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, hey, man, yeah, I just want to pull you up and say thanks for joining us in the iRacing Fun League, and congratulations on qualifying P1 for next Thursday's race.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Looking forward to next week.
All right, Travis, we'll talk to you soon, and good luck going ready back to racing.
Thank you.
All right, there you heard it. Pace car is off. Travis, P1 next week for the Daytona 500. Pace car is off. Getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Brandon Fiedler is going to lead them off with Zachary Ward on the high side. We are on lap number 19 of 45, and everybody gets stacked back up once again. Joe Tardif is loving this on the high side in that 23 car. He gets back up there to the leaders on the lead lap, which he never left the lead lap, but he is up there with the leaders once again, looking to the high side. Look at Joe Tardif go to the lead. He gets around Marty Calvert right behind him, and Philip Beaver behind him, second and third on the high side. Those guys all working together, trying to give it push. Definitely going to keep an eye on that number 60 come Daytona next week for the Daytona 500, because that car has surely gotten to the front more times than I can count here tonight. Philip Beaver doing a great job out there in that number 60, but also who's doing a great job with Brandon Fiedler and Wes Gallo tonight. These two guys working together. You always see Brandon Fiedler finish in the top 5 in these races, and it takes so much. It takes almost a miracle to beat this guy, but he's so good at all these tracks. He does a phenomenal job here. And We watch him all season long just dominate this series, so keep your eye on the number 39 car. But Philip Beaver up there in the wall. That number 60 car grazed. Oh, and the 69 gets turned around. And that was the 69 of Brian Swope. No caution. Man, that is terrible. No caution flag flies. One car spins off track. That's unfortunate for Brian. Every once in a while that happens where iRacing does not throw the yellow flag for one car spinning off track, and Brian lost the field there. We stay green flag racing once again. Unfortunately, Brian didn't catch a break there. Looks like he got spun off track. Oh, and there's more wrecks in the backstretch. Cars up in the wall, and it looks like caution is going to come back out this time. Brian might have just got saved. Caution is out. Eric Olson involved with Cooper Reed involved right there on the front stretch. These cars are colliding across the line. Wes Gallo involved. Man, we're going to have to go back and take a look. Let's jump on board. Zachary Ward also involved. Let's go ahead and take a look from Wes Gallo's point of view and see what exactly happened here. Oh, that was too far back. We're going to go ahead and rewind it, guys. Sorry, I don't have the button to go to the start of this caution. So we're going to take a look here at Wes Gallo, who was 3 wide in the middle of the track in that 07. It looks like Mark Ward came up a little bit there, got on the side of the 07. It's going to push him up in the wall. That's going to shuffle everybody around. Zachary Ward comes down, makes contact with Eric Wilson. And that's what happened there towards the back of the field. Alrighty, back to the front here. Brandon Fiedler is leading this race right there behind the pace car. Looks like they're all going to come down pit road, top off on some fuel. Looks like the whole field's going to come down this time by. All right, Jeffrey Belk comes off pit road. He takes some fuel and gets back out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at Tom Land. He is currently in P9 right now on track, under caution for the 3rd time tonight. Three laps to go in the Bud Shootout for the iRacing Fun League. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. You guys can always leave a comment, say hello, let us know who you're rooting for, and we will give them a shout out and let you know. And we'll even pull up some of these guys and interview them if you want to leave a comment and tell us who you're rooting for. Right now, Jeffrey Belk is leading this race behind the pace car. He's the first car off pit road. With Joe Tardif right there on the outside. Joe Tardif joined us for that 2nd duel. And we mentioned it a couple minutes ago that Elliott Swope, who qualified P2 in qualifying for the duels, he's going to be starting on that outside row for the Daytona 500 next Thursday night. So congratulations to Elliott. Him and Travis will be starting P1 and P2 next Thursday night. All right, everybody stacks back up. We're getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Pace car is off.
Green flag.
And green flag in the air. Jeffrey Belk is on the high side. Taking it to green once again. Alrighty, we're going to rename this real quick to the Bud Shootout. And some cars up in the wall. Looks like Marshall Dugan involved. Marshall Dugan just can't catch a break here tonight. Ashley Ellison Jr. just got spun around. Man, and we don't have a caution at all here tonight. Or, I mean, for this incident. We stay green flag racing once again. Oh, caution is out. There you go.
Got you loud and clear. I don't know why you can't hear Earl. Can you hear me? Can I hear him?
Michael Whiting has crashed. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Travis involved along with Brian Swope. Oh, there you go. Travis come down. Lots of chaos here. Caution is back out for the 4th time here tonight. Couple cars involved. Corey Goodall making it down the backstretch. Sparks flying on that car. Looks like he's dragging something underneath, and that left front wheel is locked up. Let's take a look back here at the front of the pack, and it's Elliott Swope who is now leading this race with Brandon Fiedler right behind him, and Kane Vandemark up to 3rd place here tonight. Looks like a couple cars coming down pit road. And Elliott Swope stays out. Tom Land stays out as well. It looks like the rest of the field has come down pit road. So it looks like 2-3 cars stayed out. Jeff Laraway also stayed out. The rest of the field down on pit road, making their pit stops. Alrighty, guys, like I said, Elliott Swope will be starting P2 next Thursday night for qualifying P2 for the Daytona 500. He is leading this race right now, so that guy has a lot of good finishes here on these super speedways. Let's see, the August Daytona race, Elliott Swope finished P7. Let's go ahead and take a look where he finished for the Daytona 500. The Daytona 500 last year, Elliott Swope did not have as much luck. An interesting note, though, Elliott Swope had the fastest lap time. This was the Truck Series last year, but he ran a 47.723 in the trucks at Daytona, had the fastest lap of the race. However, he ran into some trouble, and he finished 4 laps down. Corey Goodall was your winner last year for the Daytona 500. And pace car is about to pull off. Elliott's going to lead them to green with Tom Land right there on the high side. Green flag in the air. Tom Land's going to lead that outside lane. Oh, and Brandon Fiedler jumps down to the 33 car. Tom Land up on the high side, trying to get the high side to work. Needs a push to get back up there to the leaders. How about Jeff Laraway up to P3 down there on the bottom? There's the view from Jeff Laraway's car in the 71 as he fouls right behind the two leaders. And some cars make some contact with the wall. Looks like, oh, and they're spinning once again. Kane Vandemark. Nope, no, I'm sorry, that was Zachary Ward. Zachary Ward involved once again. He cannot catch a break at these super speedways. Zach is great at a lot of tracks, but he told me that these super speedways, he just cannot finish well. An interesting note is Zachary Ward has not finished inside the top 10 at the last 3 super speedways we've run. He's looking to change his luck around this year as he won duel number 2 here tonight. But so far, this Bud shootout is not going the way he wants it to go. Elliott Swope is still going to be your leader, followed by Brandon Fiedler and Jeff Laraway, who is P1, and P2, and P3. Right now, Mark Ward is up to P4, and Joe Tardif rounds out your top 5. Tom Land had a great restart, was on the outside road, just need a little bit of a help from behind. He is right now in the 6th place position on lap number 30, so we got about 15 more laps to go in this race. Behind Jeff is Jeffrey Belk in the number 55, and Eric Olson in the 64 right behind him. Eric Olson finished top 10 last year in the Daytona 500. And then he finished P11 in the August Daytona race. Then Eric Olson also won the All-Star race at Talladega. We did a little bit of a vote, and everybody voted Talladega for the All-Star race last year. And Eric Olson was your winner. And I actually ran that with him. I ran P2, came home P2 that night. That was a fun race. Eric did a phenomenal job. The thing I like about Eric is he definitely is patient. He likes to wait around, wait for his opportunity to strike, and he's usually there when it matters towards the end. Like I said, he did a great job at that All-Star race at Talladega. Let's see if he can do the same thing here next Thursday for the Daytona race. Corey Goodall right now is in P10. 333. Hasn't had a whole lot of luck go his way here tonight. He's struggled in the duels, and he's also struggling here in the Bud shootout. Needs to turn his luck around, get something going, and stay out of trouble. Trying to avoid all the wrecks. I'm excited to have Kane Vandemark and Mike Whiting out there. Haven't seen Kane Vandemark in a while. Good to have you back out there, Kane. And also Mike Whiting, who's in the 144. Good to have you back out there, Mike Whiting. All right, it looks like Wes Gallo is going to be starting at the tail end of the field this time. We're getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Pace car is off. And Elliott will lead them to green. Green flag in the air. Elliott Swope to the lead at the line. Brandon Fiedler right there side by side. Joe Tardif and Tom Land go up to the high side. And Elliott is all by himself down there in the bottom. Jeff Laraway needs to close the gap, get right to the bumper of the 33 and try and work with him to get back up there to the leaders. Otherwise, these guys are just going to drop down to the inside. And there you have it. There they go. Eric Olson down. Where did Corey Goodall come from? We were just talking about him moments ago, and now he is already up to P5. We were just mentioning Corey Goodall needs to stay out of trouble, and he is up there towards the top 5. Now in P4, Corey Goodall continues to climb up there towards the front. Mike Whiting also to the front. We were just mentioning him moments ago. He is now in P5, right there on the bumper of Corey Goodall. And Joe Tardif, how about that? Takes over the lead with Tom Land right behind him. Joe Tardif, your new leader. And Tom Land looks like he's getting hungry. The missiles all over the bumper of the 23 car. He's going to wait for his moment to strike. That P2 is a safe place to stay until you get there towards the last lap. Make your move. Like I said, don't count Eric Olson out, that 64 car up to P3. He's usually up there when it matters most in the closing laps. It's also a great looking car. I love that Oreo 64 car. Alrighty, let's take a look at this outside row back here with Brandon Fiedler trying to make something work. Philip Beaver in the 60 right behind Brandon. He's trying to get him in the push to get back up there on the high side. Kane Vandemark and Zachary Ward trying to work together up on the high side towards the back there. There's Wes Gallo. He spreads the gap, gets up there in between Kane and Brandon. And oh, they get loose. Brandon comes down the track and saves it. Talk about a save. We just saw the 39 car make a wiggle there. Look at that, almost 3 wide. Making contact. Brandon holding it still on the high side there. Did a great job saving it. 3 wide once again. Caleb in the middle with Philip Beaver on the bottom of the track there in the number 60. That could have been bad. There could have been a huge wreck, but they managed to keep it straight. Brandon's going to give Jeffrey Belk the bump here in the 55. This front group is all single file. Let's jump back up here to the front. That's still Joe Tardif leading this race with Tom Land right behind him. And Tom looking to the high side. He was going to do it. He drops back in. He needs somebody to go with him. If Eric Olson goes with him to the high side, those two guys can work together along with Corey Goodall. But we got 10 laps to go. Only 10 laps to remain in the Bud Shootout. I do want to mention Corey Goodall did win the Daytona 500 last year, only leading the final lap. And he's in a really good position. Oh, the 23 gets bumped from Tom Land from behind. And Eric Olson's going to drop all the way down. Oh, Tom gets spun around, and caution is out. Chaos, cars all over the track. Everybody's wrecking. 9 laps to go. Caution is out. Huge wreck. Tom Land sent the missiles, and chaos ensued. Cars all over. Joe Tardif was leading this race. Eric Olson, look at that. He manages to avoid the chaos, jumps down low, gets around all the cars, and he is going to be leading this race, followed by Corey Goodall right behind him. And look, Michael Whiting up to 3rd place. Let's go ahead and take another look at that replay. Talk about chaos. It almost looked like the whole entire field just wrecked. Man, that was a huge wreck. That was the big one here at Daytona tonight. That was probably the biggest wreck all night long. Tom Land, though, he was having such a good race. It's a bummer he was up there towards the front leading this race and got caught up in that. Joe Tardif, though, probably isn't too happy as well. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll go back to live racing here with Eric Olson in front, followed by Corey Goodall right behind him. Let's go ahead and pull up Eric Olson. Hey Eric, it's David, you got me? Actually, Eric might not have his headset on. I think last time I pulled him up, he wasn't available. Hey Eric, it's David, you got me? Oh, I can't get a hold of Eric. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and pull up Corey Goodall. Hey, Corey, it's David. You got me?
Yeah, David, how's it going?
Hey, not too bad. I see you up there to P2 with 8 laps to go. You won this race last year in the Daytona 500 for almost similar situation.
Somewhat. I expect I'm going to die on this restart, though, so we'll see.
Yeah, you never know. We'll see what happens. But, yeah, last year you had a great job. You came home P1, won the Daytona 500, led only the last lap. There was a huge wreck, and looks like we'll be seeing if things can repeat itself here tonight in the Bud Shootout.
Yeah, I hope so.
Alrighty, I'll let you go. Pace car's off. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks a lot, man.
Alrighty, Corey Goodall is going to start on the outside with Eric Olson there on the inside. And green flag in the air. Eric Olson is going to get the push by, look at that, Zachary Ward back up there to the front, giving Eric a huge bump to the lead. And that's exactly what he needed. He needed that big push. 7 laps to go here in the shootout. Man, Eric just barely got back down in front of Zachary Ward that time. He had a little bit of a bump. Craig Bridge Jr., the 94 car, he's up there in the 4th place position. He is now right there behind Marty Calvert on the high side. Marty to the lead. Marty Calvert up to the lead. He's going to lead this race in the number 16 Chevrolet Camaro with Craig Bridge right there on the high side. We've had a lot of lead changes here tonight. It's been a pretty exciting night of racing here at Daytona. And look at Corey Goodall giving Marty the push on the low side. The high side's really stacking up this time. Let's see if Craig Bridge Jr. is going to get his first win here in the iRacing Fun League. He's got to manage that top line. No, there's Mike Whiting up to the high side. If you guys have watched the iRacing Fun League videos here in the past, Mike Whiting is a force to be reckoned with. He is great at these tracks. And Mike Whiting's won a bunch of races here in the iRacing Fun League. He is a great racer. Good to have him back out there with us tonight. He is up there on the high side, getting the push from Max Cronin in that number 8 car. keep your eye on that 144 car because he knows how to get it done. Oh, and Mark Ward, the 10. He was getting shoved around. He manages to keep it straight. Mark Ward back there, the 10. He almost got turned around. Manages to keep it straight. Good save. Back. Oh, there's 2 cars off. It's Kane Vandemark. Oh, Kane Vandemark comes back up the track. Philip Beaver involved. Caution was out. Mark Ward definitely involved that time. You couldn't avoid that one. Yep, couple cars involved. And it looks like Brian Swope's got some damage on that front end still. Yep, looks like Jeff Laraway, the front nose of that car, has a little bit of damage. Three laps to go. Looks like we're going to have a green-white checker as we go back to green flag racing. But how about that biggest mover of the race, Mike Whiting here in first place. Let's see if I can pull up Mike in the booth. Hey Mike, it's David up here in the booth. You got me?
Hey David.
Hey, first things I want to say is thanks for joining us again. I haven't seen you in, it's probably been like a year or so since you raced with us, but good to have you out there, Mike. I'm happy to see you out there on track and leading this race here tonight back up to the front. How's it going?
Oh, it's been a lot of fun. Up and downs. You know how it is. It's Daytona, so we'll just see what happens with it.
Oh yeah, it's Daytona, and we definitely seen our fair share of the chaos here tonight, and especially with that big one that was moments ago here, or a few laps ago rather. You managed to save. Were you caught up in that one?
Yeah, a little bit. That's why I pitted. I got hit pretty good on the right side, and so I figured I'd better pit just in case.
I was going to say, I figured I'd ask. There were so many cars involved, I couldn't even keep up who all was wrecked and damaged from that last big wreck. But, yeah, you got back out there and now back up to the lead, so things are turning around.
Yeah, let's hope they finish up well. Good to be back, by the way.
Hey, I appreciate that. Good to see you out there. And good luck, Michael. We'll be rooting for you. And good luck, buddy.
Thank you, David.
All right, there is your leader, Michael Whiting in the 144 car. He is leading with 3 laps to go here in the Bud Shootout. Craig Bridge Jr. right there in P2. He's up there in the 94 car. One of these days, Craig, I got to get you in the Discord chat so we can pull you up. Let's go ahead and pull up Max Tronin. I haven't talked to him all night. Hey Max, how's it going?
Good, how you doing?
P3 right now on track. Things coming around. It looks like you were trying to play it safe all the beginning of the shootout, but now you're up there in the lead. Anything can happen. You're still in a great position tonight.
Yeah, man, I'm just trying to stay behind Michael and just hope we get there at the end of the race, top 5.
Holding 1 to go.
Sounds good. Looks like they just extend the race. Yep, lights back on the pace car, looks like.
Yeah, we got one more lap, it looks like.
Alrighty, man. Well, it should be an exciting green-white checkered. I just want to give you a shout-out and good luck out there. We'll be watching you.
Thanks, man. We will put on a show for you.
Alrighty, good luck. All right, it looks like we're going to go one more lap under caution before we go green flag racing once again. Give us just a moment here, guys, while I look something up on the chat. Wes Gallo looks like he had some troubles in shifting. Where is he at? Yep, looks like Wes Gallo might be off track. I know he said he had to pull off track earlier. Alrighty, looks like we're getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Couple cars off track. It's going to be an exciting dash to the finish here. It's going to be a green-white checkered. I'm not sure how many restarts Zachary Ward put in this. Should be interesting. Normally when I set these up, I just put in 2 green-white checkers. So if we do have a caution come back out before the leader takes the white flag, we'll have one more go at this. But I don't remember how many he put in here. I should have looked before we jumped in. But tonight's been all kind of a practice night before the season starts, so bear with us. Kind of rusty, and SDK wasn't loading earlier in this live broadcast, so that was great. Not having a live leaderboard for the Duel 1. But now that everything is working as it should, like it did last year, I swear we had the same exact thing happen to us. We were watching the Duel, the first Duel last year in 2024, and I think the same thing happened with SDK not loading, and then Duel 2 it worked. So kind of a similar situation. Alrighty, pace car is going to pull off, and Michael Whiting's going to take them to green, this time by at the line.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Alrighty, green flag in the air. The 144 car at the line takes the green flag. Max Cronin right behind him on the inside, giving him the push to the front. Craig Bridge needs all the help he can get from Marty Calvert right behind him in the 16. And Corey Goodall right behind him. It's going to be a real interesting last couple of laps here at Daytona. This is what it's all about. And right now, Craig Bridge Jr. to the lead. He's going to lead the high side. He gets a huge push out front. Oh no, and then Craig Bridge gets turned around, and there's a huge caution. We got the big one once again here at Daytona. Caution comes back out. We're going to restack back up. All the leaders just got wrecked on that. Oh man, talk about carnage. Corey Goodall involved. All the leaders were wrecked. Mike Whiting involved. Talk about chaos. Anybody's going to win this race tonight. It is completely a lottery race. Let's see if we can get another replay here. There's Marty Calvert, already wrecked. We're going to go and back it up from there. And there's more of the wreck already happening. Mike Whiting, here we go. So we're going to rewind this because it happens so fast under replay. So it looks like Mike Whiting kind of got pushed up here in the middle. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a slow right here. Mike Whiting in the middle. Looks like he just got into the back of the 94 car, and that sent him up the track into Marty Calvert. That's going to wreck Corey Goodall, Joe Tardif. Man, the whole front of the leaders got wrecked. All the leaders got wrecked. Jeffrey Belk squeaks by. Look at Brandon Fiedler squeaks by as well. Max Tronin up there in the wall. All the leaders there in the top 5 all wrecked on that huge pileup. Man. It's unfortunate for Craig Bridge Jr. because he was up there leading this race, about to take the white flag, and then that happened. The 55 of Jeffrey Belk back up there. I'm going to pull up Brandon Fiedler this time. I want to interview him. Hey, Brand, it's Dave up at the booth. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, David?
Hey, good to have you back out here once again in the next year for 2025. And I see you up there in your normal spot, run P2 here in Daytona.
Yeah, that was, Jeff and I had quite the adventure getting through that last wreck. We were both laughing about it after we got through it. Just kind of amazed that the seas kind of parted like that. So, yeah, now we get to race for the win between the two of us.
Yep, and here I thought the big one was over. We had the big one about 10 laps to go, or 10 laps ago, and then now we had another big one, and that one took out all the leaders. I could not believe that. That was crazy.
Yeah, for sure. We were just hoping to find some way to get up here, and wouldn't want it to do it like this, but hey, we'll take it.
Oh, definitely. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and mention, man, in the last 3 super speedway races you ran, you finished top 3 every single race. The August Daytona race, you finished P2. And then that Talladega race, I believe you finished P3. And then I forget where you were in the All-Star race, but man, it's like every single time we come to these tracks, you are up there in the mix when it matters, and you just do a phenomenal job.
Yeah, these types of tracks are a lot of fun, and they really suit my style. And they really suit the EG guy style as well. So we're looking forward to next week.
All right. Well, thanks for coming back out and racing with us once again, Brandon, and good luck out there. We'll be watching.
Thanks, Matt.
All right. There you heard it from Brandon Fiedler, who is going to be restarting on that inside row right next to Jeffrey Belk in the 55. Jeffrey will retake these guys to the lead here in just a moment. Pace car has pulled off, and green flag is in the air. And it is another green-white checkered overtime. And Mark Ward in the 10 car, he's up there to the high side. And there you have Jeffrey Belk being pushed from Brandon Fiedler in the 39, followed by the 196 of Caleb Kennard. Caleb won duel number 1 tonight. He is back there in P3.
Caution.
And caution back out. That is the 15 of Travis McGard. Alrighty, let's hope that's the last caution of the night. Something tells me we're not done yet. So right now, currently under caution once again in overtime. Jeffrey Belk is your leader in the number 55. This is the 9th caution of the night here in the shootout. Let's see if Jeffrey Belk ran with us last year at Daytona in August. And he did. Jeffrey Belk's finished last year at Daytona. Second Daytona of the year was P9. Jake Maki won that August Daytona race. He won the Daytona race, led 11 laps, had no incidents, and had the most positions gained. Talk about a win for Jake Maki. That was an impressive win last year. If you guys missed it, that was some impressive results for Jake Maki. Won the Daytona race in August. That was the Cup Series we ran. But yeah, most position gain. He started at the back. He said, I didn't want to mess up anybody's race that was racing for a championship because he was only racing part-time. He wasn't in the playoffs or anything like that. Started at the back, led 11 laps. He had 0 incidents and won the race. That was pretty impressive. Zachary Ward had the fastest time last year in Daytona. He came home P13, led 2 laps, had the fast lap 46.3. That was the fastest lap of the race. But Zachary Ward trying to change his luck around on these super speedways, and it's not happening tonight. He is off to a bad start here if he wants to change his luck around. Right now, Zachary Ward is in P18 at the tail end of the field after getting caught up in that last wreck, unfortunately for him. But we are getting ready to go green flag racing once again. Back up here towards the front. Lights are off on the pace car. And we're going to go for a green-white checkered once again. I don't know if this is the last green-white checker of the night. I have to check with Zachary Ward, but this is the third overtime. And pace car is off.
Be ready, green flag.
Green flag back in the air once again. Jeffrey Belk takes him to the lead on the high side with Brandon Fiedler down there on the inside. And look who's there, Marshall Dugan up there on the high side. He's up there all by himself. Brandon Fiedler is going to tuck back in line to see if Mark Ward in the 10 is going to give Marshall Dugan a push on the high side. Those guys need to form a line. They're kind of all jagged all over the place, and now they're 3 wide. The 10's going to get turned around in front of Corey Goodall. Can he get straightened back out? He slams Tom Land up there on the high side. Oh, and the 10's going to spin around. And we stay green flag. Oh, and the Max Tronin comes back up the track and slams in the 144. And caution is back out once again. Alrighty, guys, bear with me for just one moment here. Alrighty, guys, I was just informed that was it. There was 3 green-white checker overtimes. There is the final lap of the race. Looks like a car just blew up as it went by the camera here. But that is the race. Jeffrey Belk is your unofficial winner in the number 55. Followed by Brandon Fiedler, who continues his streak of top 3 finishes at these super speedways. Talk about an impressive run for Brandon Fiedler in that number 39. But Jeffrey Belk will get the win here at the line. Checkered flag is out. And we end the race under caution. We have 3 green-white checker overtimes. And the last one determines the race. So right now we'll run through the field real quick. Show you the results. See if it's going to load. I might have to wait for everybody to pull off track or go around the line one more time. Alrighty, there you have it. Jeffrey Belk is your winner in the number 55. Alrighty, so since my results is not loading, we're going to go ahead and show you guys. We'll do it that way. So unofficially, there's your results on the left side of your screen. Jeffrey Belk is your winner, followed by Brandon Fiedler. Caleb Kennard comes home P3. Elliott Swope comes home P4. Ashley Ellison Jr. in the 133 comes home P5. Joe Tardif comes home P6. Philip Beaver P7. Marshall Dugan P8. Eric Olson comes home P9. Craig Bridge Jr., who almost won this race, came home P10. Marty Calvert came home P11. Corey Goodall P12. Tom Land comes home P13. Zachary Ward came home P14. Kane Vandemark 15th. Mark Ward 16th. Max Tronin 17th. Jeff Laraway 18th. Michael Whiting 19th. Travis McGard 20th. Brian Swope 21st. Wes Gallo 22nd. 2-3 came home P23. And John Scheidrich P24, which I know John said he actually got off track before the race started. But there you have it. Jeffrey Belk burning it down here at Daytona. Gets the win for the shootout. Congratulations to Jeffrey. Let's go ahead and pull him up here in the booth. Hey, Jeffrey. Congratulations. David up here in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, how you doing, David?
Hey, congratulations on the shootout win. I know you didn't want to end it under caution, but, man, how are you feeling right now with the shootout win?
I mean, it is what it is. We worked our way up to the front. We started. I think we've been everywhere. I think I was at 17th at one point. So it's all and it's fun.
Well, I just want to say congratulations on the win, man. You got your way up to the front multiple times tonight, and you definitely put yourself in position to win it here in the closing laps. I mean, talk about some big wrecks, and I was really impressed with that one big wreck that you have managed to avoid down there on the bottom, and that's basically what helped win you with the race. But, man, you just skinned by there just barely with Brandon right behind you.
Yeah, no clue how we made it there. That is that's one for the memory book.
Oh, definitely. Well, congratulations, buddy. We're going to move on to next Thursday, and I just want to say, give you a shout out, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks. Looking forward to it.
All right, Jeffrey. Have a good night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I want to keep it kind of short and sweet tonight. We're going to actually head out here. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Wonder Dads Gaming. I appreciate you all for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed tonight's live broadcast. And we'll see you guys next Thursday for our first race of the 2025 season at Daytona. It'll be our Daytona 500. I believe Zachary Ward is going to be setting up these races. I'll probably help him out here and there and do a couple things. We are going to actually run select races. I'm not going to broadcast every single race this season like I did last year. I'm getting the itch for I want to race a couple here and there. So I'm going to figure out which races during the schedule I'm going to run, and I'll probably just live stream those instead of broadcasting. So we're going to actually run some, but it'll be just a handful here and there. But thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Appreciate you watching here tonight, and congratulations to Jeffrey Belk on winning the shootout. Congratulations to Zachary Ward for winning duel number 2. Congratulations to, let me see, it was Caleb Clenard for winning duel number 1. I'm sorry, Caleb. New member here tonight. I'll have to remember that name. And also congratulations to Elliot Swope qualifying P2 for the Daytona 500. And congratulations to Travis, who qualified P1 for the Daytona 500. So to all those guys, had a great night. Everybody else, it was just for fun. Hope you guys, no feelings hurt. But we'll see you guys next Thursday for the actual Daytona 500. And we'll pick things back up. Have a good night, guys. We're out. See ya.